you end up on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to crack the knee today, you have to send it off.
The only thing I was thinking about bowling, you don't have arms on your chair. Can you get up without using your arms on the chair?
Yes, I can.
You sit,
Okay, that's
you
cool.
sit close to.
I do one-legged squats every day.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, the one thing he's gonna figure out is how to do what he needs to do at home. I mean, there's only so much. I mean, I have guys that come back in and don't have any arms,
Alright.
and they can come in and tell you how they get change out, you know, of their purse and put it into a phone booth, which for you guys, that's used to be a booth. Where you yeah, I know you're not that much younger. But Kate has no idea what we're talking about. That's where Superman used to change. That being said, you know, they, you know, have a guy that loses his arms in the hospital, and I call one of my guys that has no arms, that's been doing this forever. I go, hey, George, can you go? I've got a new one at the hospital.
Yeah.
He needs help, you know. To them, you lost a kickstand. You know, both hands. I mean, how do you toilet? How do you, I mean, my gosh, feed yourself. I mean, food is first. I mean, you know, unless you're doing it with your feet, you got to figure it out. And so these guys, you know, overcome and adapt to their everyday lives. What does their house look like? How does their car work? How does their, you know, you're going to do the same thing. You know, I'm going to tell you basis, and this is what this guy does, and this is what, and then you're going to go figure it out and come in. Hey, the other day, look at this. I was bowling. This is what I did, and I'm going to go, man, that's really cool. And next time I get a guy that wants to bowl, I'm going to call Jared and say, hey, tell him how you bowl. You know, and that's where you really get your intel from, is the guys, you know, on the chat lines and the things like that. Now that doesn't mean duct tape and everything, and don't be kind of careful with you know, for putting nails through your feet.
Yeah.
So stuff such as that is not a great idea. You know, but you'll get this. You've done great. I mean, you know, you're there. It looks really good. We've got some little places that we may have to, you know, adjust and modify. I'm going to give you some silicone oil.
Okay.
And before you put it on, I want you to take it and rub a little bit around that edge, and it'll make it really slick.
On what?
On the inside of the socket,
Okay.
the white flexible part.
Okay.
Yeah, just on the trim line where you sit, you know, in the groin area. And what it'll do is it won't grab your skin, because you'll just chafe. I mean, it's just not an area that you're supposed to have a plastic socket that you're sitting on. You know, this stuff will help tremendously. So there are things like that that I can do that will help you, you know, overcome some little issues. And we're probably gonna have some more adjustment to do. You know, usually I say about 2 weeks, so once you get in therapy and start weight shifting and a lot of things they're gonna do when you get there, trying to get you off that right leg, and, you know, and some of that's the therapy part. That's not what I do. I mean, yeah, I know how you need to weight shift, but they've got their little tricks that they use and all that kind of thing. I don't work on ovens. I'm a refrigerator guy. So, you know, I let the oven guys work on the ovens. But we'll keep fine tuning, get it better. He's gonna figure a lot of this out. You know, he's an analyst. He's gonna figure his own stuff out. I can tell you right now, what I don't want him to do is rub a sore on his behind, because he walked 7 miles trying to figure out why he couldn't get his foot, you know. That's not gonna be beneficial. We want you to be able to wear it tomorrow.
Right.
So you walked a bunch today, and your skin is still adapting and getting used to, you know, all that. So we have to continue down the path, you know. And you did awesome. I mean, you did what I expected you to do. It looks very natural. You're sitting, you look comfortable.
Yeah, this is better. I'm not leaning on one
Yeah, you're great. Yeah, you're balanced. I mean, you know, it just looks good. It looks like you've been in this thing for 2 years. You know, the rest of it, I know due to your aggressiveness, you know, you're a little unsatisfied, and I understand. You know, the thought was I'm going to get in it and walk out and go bowling this afternoon.
It's still there.
We're at 10 hours. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, put your cover on. We don't want to crack the knee, but you know, because if you crack it, I send it off.
We're done for a while.
Then you're without. Well, I get a loaner for you, but yeah, it's just a pain. So you know, the basis of it, you've already got. I mean, you know, now it's just some fine tuning. If those guys are not, you know, terribly familiar, have them call me.
Okay.
You know, on, you know, some, you know, I think you're in better hands there than anywhere else,
Okay.
but not every therapist has worked with one of these. I mean, I'm just being honest, so, you know, so hopefully, there'll be some knowledge there, that we can, you know, work with on. They're still gonna know the basis of weight shifting and gait, and, you know, that's what they do.
Okay.
So, what I need to do is set your my modes in here. None of it really, we can change them at any time. But you have like 6 of them to set. So, number 1 is basic mode, okay? And that's just what we've done today. So it's walking and the parameters that I've set in it.
Okay.
Your choices after that are long and arduous. You know, I don't know if there's bowling knee, but there's break knee, cycling, flex, standing, inline skating.